What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be reacting to another Kevin Samuels video. Before we get into it, make sure you guys like and subscribe.
Hey,
Hello.
Kevin.
Hi, how are you?
I'm well, and yourself?
Good. How old are you?
36.
So what's the disagreement?
I don't really disagree with you. Here's the deal that I have, though. Like, I think that I fit into the whole entire category that you've talked about beforehand, where you stated, in your teens or 20s, I'm sorry, to go ahead and get married. I did that. I got married. I had a kid. I have one son to my ex-husband, but obviously it didn't work out, and it didn't work out for numerous reasons, but the deal breaker was he had 2 children on me, and I didn't know how to handle that at that time. So now I'm 36.
Two children while you guys were married?
Yes. Well, I found out about them after we were married. So we were engaged when he impregnated them, but I didn't find out about them until after we were married. So I felt deceived.
Well, you were.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Here I am now, 36. I want to be married, but listening to you, I'm understanding now, like, wow, I have to take a step back and understand that. And I'm not going, I've been around the 300, 400,000, millionaires. I've been around them in an insurance industry, but I never really understood. I was raised by my father who didn't teach me these kinds of things. So is there any way possible for people who just, I mean, I know that you're doing it, but how do you start over? What do you do? I'm 36.
What do you want?
I want to be married.
Okay, I get that. And then after that?
I want to build, a life with someone.
And what does that mean?
That means I want more children. And
let's start getting to the specifics, because a lot of you ladies just talk in vague terms. I want to be married. I want to build. What do you want? You want to be married? How many more kids do you want?
1, maybe 2.
How old is your child?
10.
1, maybe 2.
Yes.
You know what comes next? Do you want to have to work to pay significant bills after you're pregnant?
I'm not totally against going back into the workforce after I have my son, or daughter or child. I'm not against it 100%.
Do you want to have to work to pay significant bills? Yeah, see how you keep being vague, and I'm going to make you be specific. What do you want?
No, if I don't have to, absolutely not.
All right. So, you know my questions. How tall are you?
36.
No, that's how old are you? How tall are you?
Oh, 5'11".
Dress size?
14.
You knew that was coming. I mean, come on, Ma. I mean, nobody's marrying a 6-foot woman who weighs more than they do and putting them in the house and they ain't got to work.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, it's 36. Do you not think that's a lot to ask for?
I said I don't mind going back.
See, the difference between saying I don't mind means you really do mind, because you don't want to have to do it. And see, you ladies need to start being honest. You don't want to have to work. And you feel some kind of way that your first marriage didn't work. Okay, I get it. But the next man ain't got nothing to do with the first man.
I agree.
So you want to be married. Well, guess what a man who marries you gonna have to be?
What?
A stepfather.
Okay.
How many men want to do that? They're making the kind of money you was talking about.
Not a lot.
Not a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So here comes the hard question. Could you marry and respect a man making $40,500 for the rest of his life?
I could if he had goals, visions, and dreams.
You can't make this shit up.
He sent this back. Had to let him get that one out first. But yeah, that's crazy. So what she's basically saying is now, even if he were to make 40 or 50, that wouldn't be enough with her. See, she can't answer it directly. That the real answer is no, that he would actually have to make more eventually. Why? Because she's thinking about her child. She's thinking about herself. She may want to live a certain lifestyle now. And then in the beginning, she was talking about being around people that make millions of dollars. Listen, it doesn't have any correlation to her. It won't transfer over. Trust me. Someone said she looked like her life is hard.
Every
To build
time,
upon it. To build upon
every
it.
time, you can't make it up, people. You saw where it was going. Every time I ask a woman this question, the answer is always yeah, but, which means, yeah, I'll accept him if he's here as long as he'll make more later. I said for the rest of his lifetime, because that's what the median the salary of a black man makes. And the answer is what? No, I could not respect him.
Yeah, I could. I could.
You,
Yeah, I could respect them, to be honest with you. I could respect them.
husbandly respect.
Husbandly respect.
Husbandly
Here's why.
submission. Okay, so let's see. Let's test it.
Yeah. Here's why though.
Hold on, time out. I get to it my way. Husbandly submission. So that means, do you make more than that?
Yes.
All right. So that means you'd be all right with being, because at 36, you can't go back to making what you did at 23.
I was making less at 23.
Of course, that's why I said you can't go back.
Okay.
So my point is, every dollar that gets spent in the family, you're going to be having to put in your percentage, and he's going to put in his percentage. And one of the major problems in relationships is money. And it's one thing to say it on the YouTube channel, but let's say, let's just say I don't want to get too much in your personal business. Let's just say you're making $80,000. That means every dollar that gets spent, you spending 66 cents out of it. If you drive a Mercedes, does he get a Mercedes too?
We share.
No. If you have two cars, you have a Mercedes because you make it 80. Does he get a car that he's making at 40, or does he get a Mercedes too?
We share.
What does that mean?
We have a Mercedes and we'll have an Altima or something like that.
But who's driving the Mercedes?
Who's driving
the Altima?
We gonna alternate.
Okay. The financial issue is gonna be big.
Yeah.
It's going to be big. And say, you need to make more. And I'll tell you why you need to make more. Because you're bringing in somebody else's child.
Okay.
So the question is, this is the unfortunate part when relationships break up, because through no fault of your own or whatever, your husband had 2 kids. I get it. But because you make more money, your estimation of what you want is still higher than what most men make.
Okay.
And there will be conflict. A financial conflict is on the horizon, because when I asked, you said as long as he's willing to do this or do that, which really means I want him to try to up his income.
Exactly. Now, for the men the men that are going to be watching this, if you are making 50 or are making 50, and this was the situation in front of you, would you be susceptible to this? Would you be willing to get into this situation, knowing the details, knowing the backstory? Not likely. Even if you were making 50, you'd take it somewhere else. I'll tell you that.
True.
That's really what that means. And why do you want him to up his income?
Because I believe that a marriage should be something that you are building together. So like, even if I come into the relationship making more money, but I have a drive, a goal, a vision, or likewise him, and we can build that thing together, then I don't care if you're making 40,000 right now. That's not where we're staying. You're going to support me in my goal and my vision, and I'm going to support you in your goal and your vision.
Yeah, you just gave exactly the formula for disaster.
Okay.
I'm just telling you, you're talking like a man.
Okay.
This is what guys get. Masculine women who want to be talk about whose goal. That ain't nothing. That's not your part. You're 36.
Yes.
Go back to your grandmother, your great grandmother. My grandmother out earned my grandfather. She didn't
Okay.
talk nothing like you talking about.
Okay.
She wasn't on this, he's gold and my gold, and we gonna do this. She made the chicken.
Okay.
So the issue is really, um, all right. Do you understand why I say you're coming at this from a masculine position?
I do. And another reason why I'm listening to you, Kevin, is because I was raised by my father. So I know I have a lot of masculine tendencies. My father didn't teach me certain things. I had to learn along the way. And so learning from you, I'm really learning like I have to really tap into my feminine side because I'm a
I
go-getter.
mean, what is a man if a man ain't a paycheck? What is he?
He's a companion. He is someone I can confide in, someone that I
But
can
the funny
trust
thing
and
is,
build with.
if that's the case, then why do you need him to be on this purpose and gold and build and all this other stuff? See, I have to ask you those questions. But what it really is, a man to you first is money, is a provider, and that's fine. But unfortunately, most men don't earn the kind of money you're talking about. Neither do most women. Did your ex-husband make more than you?
No.
And what the French toast are you talking about? You married him younger and gave him a baby, and you want a Negro to come along later with your size 14 and 6 feet tall, making that ain't even fair. That ain't even close to being fair.
That's crazy. That's crazy, right? So that's not even close to being fair. What are we supposed to do with that? What type of deal is that? Come on.
I mean, we had the running back, and now we got the tight end over here talking shit. I mean, y'all are crazy.
Well, I was making less money and he was making more money at the time because I was younger and he's 7 years older than I am. So he was making more
Right,
money.
right. So the fact of the matter is, he got the better deal, and now you're older, and now you want to flip the deal, and you're like, well, I want to make more. No, nope, not gonna work. No, man. And it's
Okay.
this whole masculine thing, feminine thing. That ain't. I feel sorry for a lot of sisters who do this because you want a man who's earning outside of what most men earn, and men want something for that. They want something for that because they know what that's worth, and I think you are being honest and saying honestly, you know that, I would say, I don't know how long your marriage broke up, but it sounds like you kind of soured on men.
No,
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 I'm
no,
not
no, no, no.
soured on
I
men.
didn't mean you don't. You didn't. That if a man is not providing, that's going to be big because you're not as young as you used to be. You've tasted a different standard of life, and the truth is, you want a man to have what you want and more. That's natural. That's how women have evolved. Unfortunately, I cannot snap and make more men that way. So you're going to have to compete for that kind of man. And most of those men do not want to be a stepfather. They want
Okay.
young wives who they can build their own family with. So if you find another husband, I think it would be remiss to just cut off all men. Uh, this is why I say you ladies need to lower your standard to your sexual marketplace value. That's where your standard should be, because that's what men are looking at women as, your sexual marketplace value. I
Okay.
appreciate it. All right, have a good night. Um, yeah, man. Y'all know how that go. Y'all know how that go. I know, man. Zoom user. Go ahead, Patricia. Hello.
Yeah. Yes, I'm here. Can you hear
Uh,
me?
yeah. So how old are you?
37 in a
All
few
right.
days.
What do you got for me on the topic? What do we got? What are we doing?
Uh, I do get attention. I'm a little bit overweight at the moment, more thick than anything. I do get attention. I get a lot of looks, but I don't get approached. And the people that I do have that I am speaking to, They're just no good. Um, my exes do reach out to me all the time, so um,
What's the subject
I
we're talking
just
about? What's the subject we're talking about tonight?
uh, as far as 30 women who are in that ticking clock time, which is me. I don't have any kids,
Nope,
so
nope, nope, nope. Did you listen to the monologue or the beginning?
I was a little bit in and out. I'm at work.
Did she come in here to ramble? Like, why? And then why did she just come in here just dishing off stats and giving us like a depiction of her life? Men want me, they give me looks, but they don't come up to me. My exes still hit me up. I'm the big stuff.
All right, so I'm always fascinated when y'all do this. I got a subject I'm talking about,
I
and
apologize.
yeah, because you just came in and just started talking like I'm supposed to know. Okay, how long have you been watching my show?
It's been a few weeks.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say that the polite thing to do is to understand what the topic of a program is that you call in on to, and try to contribute to the subject before you want to get something from somebody. The call-in
Okay.
portion is open to everybody, but at least try to work in the show format. But what is it that I can help you with? Because you came in and said you're a little
I just
overweight, you get approached, but the men that approach aren't any good. What do you mean they're not any good?
I'm talking about the people who I am in contact with that I still speak to.
The men that
They're
approach you aren't any good. What do you mean they're not any good?
not that's not what I meant. The men that do that look at me outside, they don't approach, but I do get looks.
I
The
heard
people
you.
that I am speaking to,
I
I
heard
mean,
you.
are no good.
Why? What? They're no good. Why? What makes them no good?
I don't know what it is. It probably has to do with me, but
No, no. I need you
you
to
know,
tell me why. No, no. Stop. Breathe. They're no good because they're felons. They're too short. They've got one eye. There has to be a reason why you're saying they're no good. Give me a reason.
it seems like it doesn't. They don't have any. It. They don't want to get serious. In other words,
They're no good because they don't want to get serious. Meaning what? They
they
don't want
don't
to.
want to have a committed relationship.
Okay, ma'am, you're not making a lot of sense. You're saying that I get looks, but guys don't approach. But then you're saying the
Yes,
guys that do approach, they're no good
right.
because are these guys dating? Are you dating these guys?
I was some time ago.
Are you
My
talking about
last
one man or several or different men?
No, no, no. Just I don't do that. It's
No,
one
no,
at a
no, no. Are
time.
you talking about one? Okay, so you're
Yeah.
saying these men are no good, and ultimately you're talking about one man at this point.
Yeah. Well,
All right,
one person right
one
now
person. So, ma'am,
that
at
I
30, you're
yeah
37? 37?
yes. Hmm.
I'm gonna say this: it shouldn't be this complicated to share a simple concept at almost 40 years old. So I
Yeah.
don't know,
No.
maybe you're nervous or something, but
Yes, you do.
yeah, but I'm sorry, man,
You
but
do.
you gotta be able to communicate clearly because if this is this how okay they don't want to get serious. What do you want? Do you want to be married?
I do.
Or, yes or no?
I mean, it's kind of late,
Do you
but
want to be married? Yes or no?
I I
Do you
do.
want do you want
Yes.
children? Yes or no?
Yes, I do.
Do you have children? Yes or no?
No.
How many
I was
children?
trying to wait for the right one
Okay, all
all
right.
this time
Okay,
for the
okay,
right
okay,
person.
okay, 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 okay. When was the last time you had a relationship?
About 6 months ago.
How long did that relationship last?
Almost 2 years.
Why didn't you guys get married?
We actually we got engaged and we
Why
were
didn't you
getting ready
guys get
to
married? I don't need to know you got engaged. Why didn't you get married? Why did it end?
Um, we just the COVID hit, so he said, let's just wait a little while longer. And I guess I realized that he's not right for me. He was not
So you guys
a
didn't get married
provider
because of
in the
COVID?
way. Yeah, because they were not. It was at the time where it was difficult to get marriage licenses because everything was in a freeze.
Listen, that was the perfect excuse for him to use so he wouldn't marry you. But it doesn't sound like this guy wanted to marry her at all. All right. He was just there saying what he needed to say. But look, once that situation came up, he was like, yeah, shit, perfect. Let's go ahead and go with that.
Okay, with that, but that's not a compelling reason not to be together because we can't get a marriage license.
Right. So the trip was set up. We were gonna do it. We were gonna do a overseas, and
Was
you
this
know,
guy
we just
living in
said,
your
okay, we
same
gotta
man?
wait
Was
a
he
little
living?
bit
Was this
longer.
person living in your same city?
Yes.
All right. So, due respect, ma'am, there's a disconnect here. Okay. You say you're with somebody for 2 years. You were supposed to
Yeah.
be getting engaged, but then I asked you why you're not together, and you said because the COVID hit. That's not the reason you're not together. And at 40, you
Well,
need
that's the
no,
reason why we didn't get married.
no. But the reason you didn't get married is because okay. I'm trying to be nice. I really am. It can't be this complicated. You didn't get married because you couldn't get a marriage certificate.
At the time, right?
But that's not the
Um,
reason. You don't get married because you're incompatible. You changed your mind. He's got another woman. He left you. These things don't make any sense.
okay, so after we said, okay, let's take a little breather, um, different things started coming up. I realized that he
I
wasn't
like
right
to
for me.
hear a
He
woman
he
make a
was
lot
not
of
a
sound.
provider.
He wasn't a
Yeah,
provider.
I'm dead.
What do you
right.
mean?
He already had 4 kids of his own,
You knew
and
that when you started dating
he
him.
just he
You
could
knew that when you
he
started
couldn't
dating him.
come
You
halfway
you knew
with
that when
me
you started
with the
dating
bills.
him. You knew he had 4 kids when you started dating him.
Yes,
All
I
right.
didn't have a problem with it initially.
All right. So, what kind of man do you think? What kind of man do you want? Do you want somebody who's going to pay all the bills, or do you want somebody? What do you want?
I want somebody, you know, kind of like the same as me. I don't want anything like what you consider the high value. I just want a honest working man who makes about the same or more
Okay.
than
No,
me,
how much
who's
do you make?
responsible and ambitious. Over 6 figures.
Silly rabbit. Silly wabbit. Silly wabbit. She wants a man making over 6 figures. Is she out of her mind? Wow. Wow. This is why sometimes you just gotta listen to the delusion. It gets amazing every single time. Every single time.
Well, you know, in the lower hundreds.
You want a
Yeah.
man making over $100,000? How tall
Yeah.
are you? How
Yeah.
tall are you?
Oh
I
man.
mean, where I'm
How
living, that's
tall
not
are
that
you?
much. So
How tall?
Why could they never hear that question when he asked? How tall? Because they already know what's gonna come up. They can never hear that question.
Tall are you?
5'6".
Your height? Your height?
5'6".
Dress size?
I'm a little bit, like I
Dress
said, I'm a
size?
little on the thick side.
Dress
So
Answer the question.
dress
about a
size?
12, size 12.
How much did you weigh the last time you weighed yourself?
About 170.
Bullshit.
Listen, why? Does she know we have eyes? Does she know that we can see? Why would she tell us that lie? Why would she tell us that lie? Oh, man.
Bullshit. Bull crap. When's the last time you weighed yourself? Junior high? And why this is relevant, man, is I'm sitting here trying to talk to a woman who says you make over six figures. Yeah, I'm going to still talk about you. This is why it matters. You should have stayed because it would have been easier, but now it's going to be even worse. You call in on it to talk on the show. You don't even know the topic. And you come in here mumbling about stuff, and I'm trying to talk to you. Then listen to what she said. I was with somebody for 2 years, and I couldn't be because of COVID. And at the end of the day, get right down to it, that woman still wanted a man making over six figures. That woman. Don't get mad at me because men are getting frustrated with the caliber and quality of woman there is to pick from. I don't bash women. I don't do anything. I just talk to women and let them tell who they are. And if some of the women are not what you think the best representation of women are, then take it up with the women. Because what the men are going to tell you is women like her are far more the norm than women who are suitable and fit and ready for a relationship. To the point to where people ask me, are these paid actors? No, these are just what's walking around. This is what men have to pick from. But then when they got a little higher, like, well, I'm not that. I'm just going to leave. Hope you left, and I hope your ass went to the gym. Hello?
Hi.
Hey, how old are you?
29.
All right. Why are modern women still single or unmarried today?
Well, I think for me, I chose the wrong person when I was in the right age range.
Okay. And what does that mean?
So it was my longest relationship, and we were together from when I was about 20, 21.
Uh-huh.
And
How long were you together?
about like 4.5 years.
Do you have any children?
No.
And you guys didn't marry because of?
He didn't treat me well.
No. See, y'all.
No, I don't mean
doing
like
this to,
abuse or anything. I just
no, but you
mean,
were there 4 years and he didn't treat you well. Come on, man. Let me tell you, ladies, when y'all come in here and say that, y'all sound crazy as hell. Y'all sound crazy
well,
as
there
hell.
were red flags and
But listen, I'm going to talk to you. When y'all come in here talking about you've been in a relationship of several years and then it's over, you're not in it because he didn't treat you well. Bullshit. It sounds like a lack of accountability to us men. I'm not saying that that's your situation. I'm saying what it sounds like to us. All right. How long did he treat you good before the poor treatment started?
I honestly think I should have broken up with him like 2 weeks in, but
you stayed for
I
4
decided
years?
not to. Yeah, there were.
What? How does this even make sense? I should have broken up with this man 2 weeks in, but I continued to let this man treat me like this for 4 years. But men are supposed to buy this. Men are supposed to buy this. And now you see why men are very, very, very patient when it comes to dating and when it comes to evaluating women.
There were red flags, and
All right, are you in therapy?
I have gone to therapy, but no, not right now.
All right. Well, if you're honestly saying that you've been with somebody for 4+ years, and in hindsight, you should have broke up with him 2 weeks into it, I'm going to suggest you need therapy. Why? Because if you can honestly make that assessment, your self-esteem, something about you is extremely damaged. Or else, on the opposite side, you're being full of it. And I don't think you can honestly sit here and make a case that you were with somebody for 4 years and they treated you bad for 4 years and you just stuck there and you were just this innocent victim.
Well, I definitely don't think I was a victim. I just think um, there were times when it wasn't all bad, obviously, but
Okay, let's be honest. It wasn't all bad.
yeah,
Was he older than you or younger than you?
he was a couple years older than me.
And did he want to? Did he have any children?
No,
All right. Did you guys live together?
we were supposed to at one point, but no.
All right. Did you live in the same city?
We did, and then I moved for school.
All right. So who ended the relationship?
I did.
And you ended it because of?
I found out he was cheating. And there was also like other things. He went back on his word that because we were supposed to move in when I moved. We were supposed to move in together when I moved for school, and that didn't happen. And there are some other things going on, but
What did you do
yeah.
wrong in the relationship?
I don't want to say I didn't do anything wrong, but
Oh,
I guess the major thing is I gained weight.
how much weight did you gain?
I started the relationship at about 150-ish, and by the time we ended, I was, I think, past 180.
Past what?
Past 180,
How much do you weigh now?
over 200, but I'm working on that.
How tall are you?
5'4".
Dress size?
I think about 14.
Well, I'm listening to you recount a relationship to where you can tell me the things that he did wrong. And when I ask you what you did wrong, and all you're going to tell me is you gained weight. Ma'am, you need to understand, to a man, that makes you sound perfectly innocent. You're just sitting there being the perfect woman and just doing your feminine, beautiful, inspirational, cooperative, submissive, whatever you like, and you just put on a few pounds. That's bull crap.
Well, I could see how it sounds like that.
Well, that's
But
what it's going to sound like to the dating market, that you did nothing wrong in 4 years. So I gave you I gave you an opportunity to say what you're really good at talking about what he did wrong. And here's the problem why this is an issue. Modern women today lack so much self-awareness, gratitude, humility, and empathy. It's always about what's happening to you. It seems it's more about what's happening to you versus what you do to others, as if you had no part to play in this situation. You did nothing, is what you're trying to say. So what you're painting the picture is that there's a conflict or a disagreement. You were sitting there watching TV, and he came and started the conflict. And if he hadn't
there was
started,
a lot of,
go
sorry.
ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say there was a lot of conflict early on, to the point where my parents were telling me not to.
What conflict did you start, though? I'm asking about your part of it. So you keep wanting to tell me about how bad he was and what your parents had to do. What did you do? Now, the reason I want the audience to pay attention is because women have been made to not look at their accountability so much to where even when you look at their personal relationships, they can't tell you what they did wrong. So if I were to sit there and talk to Rob and say, "Hey, Rob, how did you experience so and so?" He'd tell me, "Oh, she's the only thing she did was put on a few pounds. Other than that, she was a perfect girlfriend." Is that what he would tell me?
I don't think anyone is perfect, but I don't think I did anything egregious as things you've, talked about before on your shows or
Okay.
things that other people have discussed.
Okay. If you didn't, you didn't. You're the first. You're one of the first few. You're one of the few women I've ever met who just did nothing. Okay. Well, then I tell you what, Crystal. If that's the case, then if you find somebody else to get with and they're suitable, then you should have no problems.
I think that's actually pretty encouraging because I've heard you talk a lot about how the weight has such a big impact
I was
on
being
the.
sarcastic.
Wait, what? Come on. There's no way she actually believed that. There's no way she actually just took that in, registered that in her mind, and said, you know what? This is actually words of encouragement. Listen, she knows she had a foot to play in when it came to this game. She had a foot to play. All right? You got to stop acting like they just come in, they do nothing, they go about their day, and they just tell the guy the story, and he's just supposed to pick her up. No problems, no questions. Come on.
I know, but at the same time, I
was being
really
sarcastic because
don't
I
think.
don't believe that you're infallible. I believe that you probably present as a nice woman, but there are things that you do too. When you get out of the bathroom, it stinks. There are no people that don't. In a 4-year relationship, you did something, and you can't tell me other than gain. And that just tells me that okay, either you're Mother Teresa or you're just not really self-aware, or you don't want to be honest with yourself. Either way, the truth will be in the outcomes you get. How long have you been broken up from this person?
For a pretty long time,
How
I'd
long?
say since about 2016.
All right. So we're talking about a relationship that was over 5 and almost 6 years ago. And you haven't dated anybody seriously since?
No, not seriously. There was
So
someone for 6 months.
there it goes. Like I said, if you're really this person, you're trying to make it seem as though you are, then you should have no problem if you meet a suitable person. But now the truth comes out. Since 2016, you ain't had a man.
Well, from what I've been hearing from you, it seems like the weight is kind of the main issue
Have you
there.
had sex in the last 5 years?
Yes.
Then you could have had a relationship. The weight ain't kept you from opening your legs.
That's different from a relationship, though.
You shouldn't have been talking shit.
No, it's really not. You decide. So I'm gonna give. So a dude can screw you, but he can't take you out to a meal and make you your girlfriend. You good enough to have sex with, but you're not relationship material. Is that what you're trying to tell us?
No, I just haven't met anyone since I've been to the place I moved in.
But you met somebody good enough to have sex with. See what I mean, audience? This is what I mean. It was all them, not me. There are no men, and y'all gotta ask us the right questions. You can't find a man, but you can't find a dick. Well, that's different. Oh, really?
Well, I haven't been with a lot
I
of
didn't ask
people.
if you've been with a lot of people. I just see, ma'am. Usually, sex comes after a relationship starts. Usually, that's the order of things. Unless you just swiping left, swiping right, just doing whatever, just saying, hey, let's hook up. Which, if that's what you're doing, that's cool. If you're just out casually getting together. But either way, ma'am, 5 years. My point was the weight didn't keep a man from having sex with you. So it doesn't keep a man from not being, if he's attracted enough to have sex with you, and if you had sex with the same person more than one time, that's a yes or no question. It's not a trick question.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize you were asking me.
Have you had sex with the same person more than one time?
Yes.
then that's a damn relationship, just not a girlfriend. See, there's no two ways about it, people.
I was with someone for about 6 months after that, but we didn't work out either.
Oh, now it starts to come out. And why didn't that one work?
He wasn't health minded, and
What do you mean?
I was trying to be healthy.
What do you mean health minded? What do you mean?
So I'm trying to, lose my weight, and
So he was a big guy?
Yeah.
And how much did you weigh at the time?
About 190.
Wait, is this the pot calling the kettle black? This woman left her last man because he wasn't health focused. Ma'am, we can see you.
So y'all had sex for 6 months, but y'all couldn't be in a relationship because he wasn't health minded. Now you 200 plus pounds. So I'm trying to make this make sense.
He didn't want to be healthy.
You're not healthy either.
Be healthy.
You're not healthy either.
But I was trying to be.
But trying and
Hello?
I'm just listening to you, man.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just listening to you because this makes sense to you. I was with this person for 6 months, but I left this relationship because he was not health conscious. That's a 200-pound woman. Talk about a man who's not health conscious. And now you're a 220 plus pound woman. That makes no sense. I'm going to go ahead and just end this because I don't want this to get out of hand, but I think you need to do some self-reflection. Now, I actually think it'd be a good idea for you to sit down and talk to someone. Because anytime relationships between men and women go awry, there's always causation and responsibility on both sides. And in my conversation with you, I have yet to hear you take any responsibility on the failure of any relationship you've had with a man.
Yeah, I see how it comes off that way.
Excuse me?
I said, I see how it comes off that way.
Comes out that way because that's exactly what happened. He's so mean. Never. What happened to Rosa? What happened to the Kardashian? Come back, Rosa Rio. Come on. I thought you was coming in. I don't understand it. I don't understand how so many people, and this is what I mean to all you pander bears.
Circus, Afro circus, Afro circus, Afro, polka dot, Afro.
All you pander bears. This is the what you've sown, you pander bears. To all you people who pander to women and tell them what they want to hear, this is the fruit you've sown. Women who cannot look at any relationships. 4 years, oh, nothing I did was wrong. 6 months, oh, it was because he wasn't health conscious. You're 200 pounds and even more now. Even when I said what I'm trying to find, man, where did you fall apart? Where did you fall down? Nope. It's all them. Just because you're soft spoken, and most people would probably try to feel some compassion for you. Say, oh, poor you. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to tell you the truth. I believe you're full of shit. And modern women have been allowed to become full of shit because no one makes them look at what they do in the context of things they say they want. We always find a way to blame the men. Case in point, women call into my show to have a conversation, and I get faulted for having consensual conversations with women asking my opinion. Whether you agree with it or not, they are calling and asking my advice. But still, somehow, I'm the aggressor. I'm this, I'm that. Yeah. And what women are starting to say more than anything else is they are tired. They are tired of being lied to. I give women the respect of telling them what the truth. I've had women who were physically challenged, mentally challenged. I've had women across the board, and I talk to them all the same with the same level of damn respect. I give them response. I give them respect of being a fully functioning adult and being able to handle the truth, because I have learned that more than anything else, women just want to know the truth. I've learned that in my life. I've learned that in watching the women in my family, women I've dealt with. Women don't like to be lied to. They want to know what it is so they can make a conscious choice to get with it or not get with it. And that's where you pander bears F up. You treat women like children. You treat women like they're delicate. You treat women like they will break. They will not break. They will not break. That's why you always want to talk about how strong and powerful women are. Well, give them the benefit. They give them the benefit of being strong. Treat them like they will not break by telling them the truth. What do you have on the topic?
On the topic of as far as
yeah, modern women want the world.
Modern women wanting the world. I definitely I'm more of on the side, I guess, on the men's side of things. And just, I know you were telling women to tap in when they were, if they're being modern, but I feel like just that attitude has definitely left us in a deficit. And being that I do have a brand, and I have actually a brand that says Black Men, I Love You, right? And I used to be married years ago.
How old are you?
34.
All right. So let's talk about the subject. So you're in agreement that modern, okay. Because I'm trying to stay on the subject.
Oh, yes. I believe that, modern women do want a lot of things, or that have left us in a deficit to where,
So why are you no longer married?
Actually, my husband, my ex-husband, he wasn't in agreement. We're both very young. I was married in my 20s. I was in the military for 7 years coming up. So I just felt like when I was in the military, I wanted to start my business.
Do you want to remarry?
Yes, I do.
Do you have any children?
I have a son. He's 7.
Okay. Do you want any more children?
Yes.
And you're how old?
34.
How many more kids would you like?
2 more.
Okay. So at 34, are you seeing anybody seriously?
No. I've been working, I guess, a lot on the business, which I feel like I
know you have the business, but I don't want to talk about business and promotion right here. If you want to promote the business,
no. I'm just saying.
But what I'm saying is ultimately, here's the thing: you're talking like a modern woman. Everything is business. But I'm getting down to the life. You've been married, you're divorced. You got a 7-year-old, and you say you like to be married again, and 2 kids. I could care less about the business. How you gonna get the husband and the kids?
That's exactly what I'm on. Like, I'm hating that it's always about that and wanting to get back.
Well, you get to choose.
Exactly. And I definitely choose marriage and a family and a husband.
All right. Well, here's the thing. If that's the case, then I shouldn't have to struggle so much to keep you to talk about it.
Yes, sir.
I have had to ask you 3 times about relationship, and it's all your business, your brand. I don't care about. I care about this. You're the man.
Totally.
Checkmate already. Kevin got her early. Notice that she's coming in preaching this message. When Kevin says he usually holds up a mirror, and he's gonna ask you, and he's gonna make sure you're right and you're ready. And as you can see, she's just about her business, her brand. And where's the man?
No, where is he?
Well, no, like I was saying earlier, I'm not necessarily dating anybody.
Okay. So pragmatic question.
Mm-hmm.
When do you think you're going to start dating somebody if your end goal is to get married and have 2 more kids at 34? You only got so much time.
That's exactly. I know that I definitely go out, try to do dating, but just trying to find someone where you're not even looking for someone on your level, but just looking for something that meshes
What do you
with
mean
just
on your level?
Well, I'm not one of those. I know that a lot of people or women I hear on here saying about men being on their level, and it's really just about somebody that you can build and maintain something with. That's what I'm, more looking towards, not
But
necessarily.
when was the last time you dated though?
I've dated a couple of months ago, but nothing too serious. Just
Okay.
kind of
How long you been divorced?
Been divorced about 4 or 5 years now.
So I got to use this as an avatar. Far too many times, Black women, you want something, you ain't had a relationship in 4 or 5 years, your mid-30s, say you want to be married with kids, and ain't no man nowhere in sight. You're not dating seriously. So what's supposed to happen? You're supposed to find a lad's lamp and rub and get a wish? I mean, at what point does the man become the priority?
That's definitely that's what even you'll see men, but even knowing that you don't want to necessarily, like you're saying, you want to pick and make sure you do it right because you've already done it once.
No.
No. Okay.
Where's your dad?
My father, both of my parents are still together. They live in Alabama.
And they were married?
Yes, they're still married. They've been married for 35 years.
All right. Then how'd they get it done and you didn't?
Well, I tried the first time.
But I get it, but it didn't work. Okay.
Exactly.
But it's been 3 or 4 years and you ain't had no man and ain't no man on the table.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, let's just be honest. A man is not a priority. You saying you want this, but you're not moving like it's a priority.
Really, just trying to find that balance to really making that the priority now that.
What do you mean find the balance? It's called a kid, and unless you are independently wealthy, how you plan on getting to the end of life? I'm trying to make it lighter. I mean, kind of keep it light, man. But
I definitely, that's why I was saying I'm not here to advertise, but I do definitely do
I
very
didn't say
well.
about advertise. This is what I think.
Yeah, saying I do well with business.
Okay, okay. Have you ever sat down with a professional counselor?
As far as just emotional, or you mean like the
mental?
I've definitely sat down with in the military. Yes, I've done counseling for many of years throughout the years, just to maintain your a balance within the.
Okay, all right. But what about for relationship in your mindset?
A relationship. Only when I was I told you I was married before, so we did some sort of relationship counseling. Then I did some.
So that's for a crisis. I'm talking to a 34-year-old woman with how old is your child?
7.
How to make that child? If you're going to look to get married again, you're looking for a stepfather. All right. Then you have to understand what the kind of man you wants from a woman, how your child is going to become an asset to that man. And at 34, this should be your priority, especially if you're talking about having kids. Because time will run. Yes. This is the problem. Too many people just let you women talk. And you'll get on here and you're going to talk, and all this is just stuff. Because there is a clock. It's called your womb. At 40, 35, it becomes geriatric pregnancy. If you talk to your OBGYN, at what age does he no longer recommend at what age do they no longer recommend you trying to carry a child? You need to ask that question. Because these are things that, see, a lot of times women just talk aspirationally, but there are some very practical things as far as a clock. You want 2 more kids. Do you want to have to work to pay significant bills after you're pregnant?
I don't mind that. No.
Do you want to have to work to pay significant bills after you're pregnant?
I can, yes.
Do you want to have to work? Yeah, I get
Yes,
it.
I will have to work. It's
Okay, what percentage of if you were married with 3 children, what percentage of the household financial responsibility would you want to have to be responsible for a lifetime? What percentage out of 100%? What percentage of the overall household family bills would you want to be responsible for? That's everything. Retirement too.
I'll say 40. Let's do that.
But is that true?
Yes, I'm definitely very much
Okay, what state do you live in?
right now I live in Las Vegas. I'm from Washington, DC.
Okay, where would you like to live ultimately?
I'm possibly moving to relocate to either Atlanta or Charlotte just because of other things I was
Atlanta ain't the
discussing.
place to come find a husband. So,
So even
and how much would it cost to raise a family of 4 in a middle class lifestyle to have just basic stuff, decent home, access to nice schools, be able to pay for college? How much would you need as a household income?
you said a family of 4?
5.
Family of 5.
2
I
adults,
was
3 kids.
about 300,000 or so, 300, 400,000 between the 2 families or between the 2 parties.
No, closer to 350. Closer to 350. So let's just go ahead and do the math.
Mm-hmm.
So that means you plan on making $140,000 a year for the rest of your life.
More.
Okay, that would be your portion.
Mm-hmm.
What percentage of women make that kind of income in this country?
I'm not sure at this moment of what percentage.
Less
Probably
than
not.
4%. So what profession or high income skills do you have that will make $140,000 or more annually?
Well, as of now, I am a designer that does clear that. So,
okay, I'm asking a designer.
I continue. I plan to continue that
Okay.
job as moving and expanding on that career. So,
what kind of designer? Is it clothing? What?
I do clothing designing and manufacturing. So I manufacture different apparels and things of that nature.
Okay.
And I have a large Black business here in the U.S.
Okay. So now that's for you and 1 kid, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many hours are you working?
Per week. Well, since I set my own hours, I try to keep it down to around 25 or so hours a week, as in the position that I have, and then I have a staff that I manage as well.
You work 20 hours and you make in excess of $140,000. Optimistic projections. I'm just going with. I'm just optimistic projections. But then where you gonna listen though? But no. Where you gonna get the man that's making the 210 though?
Not too sure. That's the whole thing. That's like, okay, well, like you said, putting yourself out there, just trying to be in different environments, but trying to see, since I have been new to Vegas, like where, trying to stay pick it and make sure you're doing the right things.
But you haven't done anything.
I've been out and doing certain things, but I'm not.
Ladies, understand something. I went through this example because I need you to understand how women think versus men think.
Yes, sir.
What percentage of men make $200,000 or more?
I know that it's smaller than the other numbers you were discussing.
What percentage of men make $200,000 or more?
I would say probably 5%. 4%.
And what do men with that kind of income tend to do? What do men with that kind of income tend to want from a woman?
Other things you were discussing as far as just fun.
What kind of? Give me not what I'm asking. What do you think?
Mm-hmm. What I've also thought those same things. Like I said, I've been married before and been married.
I'm not asking about that. We're asking about
Okay.
You keep going.
Just the inability to answer a direct question. But what Kevin is trying to go ahead and show this woman is, look, even if let's just say, I'm not sure if he took her accolades at face value. Let's just give her all the credit and say everything she's saying is legitimately true. At the end of the day, the ability to cooperate with a man and still know what a man wants, especially when earning that type of money, she still doesn't even understand it. And she's being rather polite. So we got to give her credit for that. It's crazy how we got to give credit to women for being nice. It's crazy, right? On the show. But yeah, exactly. So still, with all of that, she still would not know how to properly keep a man. But let's see what she says.
See, at 34 years old, man, you've just shown you're not really thinking about this man. I've asked you a very specific question. And you go back to your past
Mhm.
and you're jumping on. You don't have an answer.
Okay. Well, I
Because
guess
I've
I would.
asked you twice. Third time,
Okay.
what do
Well,
these kind of men want from a woman?
yeah. Well, I would think that they would want someone that's able to be that you can talk to, that you can converse with, that you can
Cooperation.
hear fun. Yeah, that we can call.
Cooperation.
Yeah,
Cooperation. And men who are earning that kind of money tend not to want to have a woman with a kid.
I understand.
They tend not to want that. They tend to want to start their own family. And at what age do men typically make that kind of money?
I would say late 30s or so, early 40s,
Men, no, 45 to 55. Are you looking to marry a man that's about 50 years old?
early 40s
Are you
possibly.
looking to marry a man who's 45 to 55? See, these are things you ladies can't change.
I understand that. I'm
So
open to.
so again, your man, the kind of man you would be looking for from an income standpoint, a $200,000 plus a year earner. He'd have to be wanting to accept someone else's child. And how many hours a week do you think men who earn that kind of money are working?
Um, substantial,
How many hours a week do you think those men are working?
possibly 40 plus.
Talking about 80,
Mm-hmm.
60 to 80 hours a week.
Yep.
So, ma'am, you don't know these men. You don't know them. You don't know where they go. You don't know where they hang. You don't even know what their lifestyle is. Men earn that kind of money 45 to 55. But because you live in an atypical world that's allowed you to make the kind of money you're talking about making with on few hours, you just think like, you seem to think like, that it's easy or that's common. And here's the thing: it comes down to numbers. If they're working 70, 60 to 80 hours plus a week, two kids, two more kids, who gonna raise those kids?
Me.
Then how you gonna run the business?
Well, that's what I'm. No, it's like it's people for that, because I'm trying to be an owner, not a runner any longer. That's what I was saying, transitioning to that lifestyle of family. So
Everything has to work perfectly in your world, man, in order for that to come off. That means your business needs to continue to grow year over year. You need to hire the right staff. You need to just be able to print money in your business. All right. But these kind of men don't want women like that. Men that make that kind of money tend to want traditional family values housewives. And you're not that,
yeah, and I
right?
definitely understand.
Huh?
Mhm. I said I definitely understand.
So, do you want a husband and more kids, or do you want to be a modern woman?
Husband and more kids.
Well, then, ma'am, when are you going to start making that
Metamorphosis. Definitely very soon. I definitely, you've given me some
Well,
great
I'm just
points.
gonna be honest, ma'am. I mean, because you seem like a very kind of you present very bohemian. You got the tattoos on the chest. I don't know many men who make that kind of money who are gonna marry many women that are very artsy and expressive like that. I'm gonna be honest.
I got you.
I mean,
Hmm.
no disrespect, but did your ex-husband make that kind of money?
We were both in the service together
Did
at
your
that time.
ex-husband make that kind of money? That's a yes or no
No,
answer.
sir. No, sir.
Exactly. So see, I simply ask the simple questions that you ladies talk about.
Hmm.
And you say you're not like a lot of these women. They want everything, but you came on here and you still, you're saying it a different way, but you want the world too. You want the same thing that you don't look. See, the thing is, a woman like yourself, or listen to a woman like I just had on, and you'll think y'all are different. And you're different in your approach, but the outcome is very similar. You want an unrealistic lifestyle that most people don't have. You want it after 30 years old, and you want it with another man's child. And the thing is, you can do your part, but there needs to be a man. And a man is sitting back saying, if I'm a $200,000 a year earner and I'm 45 to 55, you still want him to be younger. That means he's going to be older, 45 to 55. And what does he want? And that's the question I kept asking. And unfortunately, I didn't have answers
Mhm.
to. But that's why I wanted to show this as an example that it doesn't matter. You don't have to be rude about it. But man, you want a very narrow, very, very narrow high end lifestyle. And that is not realistic. Why not just marry an average guy? Making
Mhm.
average money. Average black man makes $42,000 a year. Why can't you marry somebody like that?
There's nothing wrong with that either.
But you couldn't.
That's
But you couldn't. But if you want those kind of kids, see
yeah.
that's a
That's
different line.
I was just going with the numbers you were saying prior, but I'm
But
open.
but the thing is that would be. But you couldn't have that lifestyle. That's what I'm
Exactly.
saying. You see, your lifestyle is if your son is 7 and you're 34, you can live pretty good. But if you're talking about 2 more kids and a husband, you're gonna be carrying 80% of the bills.
Mhm.
Your personal lifestyle is gonna decrease.
I
Well,
gotcha. I get
to
it.
offset, that's just the math of it. He can't make $210,000. So if he's making so that's a different kind of car. That's a different kind of neighborhood. That's a different kind of meal. You know, so I mean, are you really cool with decreasing your lifestyle by 80%? Your
uh,
standard of living, your life. Think about what I'm saying now.
I
I'm talking
definitely.
about everything.
Hmm.
Are you good at decreasing your lifestyle about 60 to 80%?
Hmm. I'm definitely, like I said before about the military. I'm not trying to go back, but just I know how to.
Lifestyle.
I know how to change lifestyles. I've come to
All
this
right,
lifestyle.
all
There's
right,
nothing.
all right. So that means you could be a
Hmm.
feminine, supportive woman to a man, and you're
Yes,
the majority breadwinner.
possibly.
Not there. You go. Thank you. Possibly. No,
Or
not
say I'm
possible.
even being open to those possibilities.
Yeah,
It's like I'm open. I've made.
that's why I say therapy is really good because, ma'am, I don't.
Hmm.
I think that that's something that's nice to say, but if you got a car and he has a car, you know, if you drive a BMW, is he gonna get a BMW or does he have to get a Honda Civic?
Oh no, you have to. As far as like you
No, no,
have
no,
to
no,
be.
no, no. I'm asking if if you get a Beamer, does he have to have a Honda Civic,
No,
or do you both get the same kind of car?
same kind of car.
Even though you paying the majority of the family bills with your income.
Or you get both things. I don't even necessarily have to have a BMW. It
Okay.
could be both to where
But
we're
what I'm
substantially
saying is,
more
what I'm
comfortable.
trying to show is that when you actually bring a human being into this equation, it becomes less about theory and more about practicality. And you got to really start imagining a person with wants, needs, and desires sitting there. And I think this is why so many women end up going by themselves because you really don't think about the man that's there.
Mm,
It's a theory. And at 34, you got to start moving differently than you did at 20.
definitely.
I appreciate you calling in, though. It was a good back and forth.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much,
man.
Kevin.
You have a good
And
one now. Bye bye.
you too.
Guys, I think a lot of us don't challenge ladies to actually think about what does it mean. And when you want I want 3, 4 kids. Okay, but you want 3, 4 kids, but you want to live where? That's a funny thing. The more money people tend to make, the less children they tend to have. Uh,
Man, that was a great video. What an amazing video by Kevin. Surgical and very informative. And, shout out to this woman because she was actually a pretty good guest. We got a great conversation from this. If you guys enjoyed this, make sure you guys like and comment down your opinions. I want to hear what you guys have to say about this episode. Make sure you guys subscribe and turn on post notifications if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.